Hello, my name is Tara Chan, and welcome to TDW Tech Byte. Today, I will be talking about term sheets for investment rounds. I'll talk about a few points, starting with what is a term sheet, then why is a term sheet useful, are there steps I should take to prepare before starting to discuss a term sheet, who exactly prepares term sheets, can I change the agreed terms in a term sheet in the long-form documents? And last, can I walk away from a term sheet if I change my mind? Starting with the first point, what exactly is a term sheet? A term sheet is a summary of the business, finance, and legal terms that will apply to an investment round. Usually, it is not a legally binding document, except for a few provisions such as confidentiality, costs, and exclusivity clauses. Second, why are term sheets useful? 2 words, cost savings. The term sheet is probably the single most cost-saving process in negotiating an investment round. The term sheet is a roadmap for documenting the deal. It is a drafting instruction sheet for the lawyers who are then use this to prepare the investment transaction documents. Therefore, a well-drafted term sheet provides clarity and certainty on key deal points, narrows down the issues that are to be agreed in the long-form documents. Negotiating and agreeing a 4-page term sheet is much easier than doing so with a 40 or 50-page long-form document. The attempt to agree a term sheet will also show at a much earlier stage whether it will be possible for the parties to agree terms for the long-form documents of the investment round. Third, are there steps you should take to prepare before discussing a term sheet? The most important step is education and doing your own research. Founders need to grasp the technical meaning of the terms and need to know the market range for negotiating those terms. The critical point to cover are corporate governance, so for example, board shareholder meetings and approval rights, capital structure, rights to dilution, and exit processes. Therefore, seek advice as to understanding the terms and the market norms. You can also seek advice as to understanding what would be completely unreasonable and what can be conceded in a negotiation. It's also important to research or seek advice on the process and the documents required for an investment round. It is very important for founders to understand this process, the timeline, and the costs involved. Fourth, who exactly prepares the term sheet? This depends. However, generally, in early stages, such as seed or pre-series A, if there is no lead investor, then founders should prepare the term sheet. If there is a lead investor, typically counsel for the lead investor will prepare the term sheet and the founders will negotiate the changes. It's important to note that whoever prepares the term sheet gets the advantage of controlling the terms and the negotiation. It is much easier to set the terms than to negotiate changes to the terms. Fifth, can you change the agreed terms in a term sheet in the long-form documents? If the term sheet is non-binding, then yes. Though in practice, changing the terms demonstrates a lack of good faith and could put the whole investment in jeopardy. Changing the terms that were agreed in the term sheet usually only happens if there's been a change in circumstances, either to the business or the environment or the economy after the term sheet was signed. If the term sheet is binding, then this constitutes the agreement between the parties, and any changes would need to be then agreed by both parties. The last point is, can you walk away from a term sheet if you change your mind or find better terms with another investor? If the term sheet is non-binding, then yes, but there should be a compelling reason to walk away. The risk would be that a founder who walks away from a deal that is agreed in principle will acquire a reputation in the investor community and may find it difficult to raise capital in the future. If the term sheet is binding, the agreement is enforceable by either party. If you do not perform the obligations under this term sheet, the other party could initiate legal proceedings to enforce the term sheet. And that is a short explanation on term sheets for investment rounds. My name is Tara Chan, and if you require any assistance in regards to term sheets, please reach out to Tanner DeWitt.